Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I have my June 2017 DVD and Blu-ray update video, and for this month I have one vinyl I want to show you and then one kind of movie memorabilia type thing. So I've actually gotten quite a bit this month, a lot more than I usually do, so I'm going to try to go through these kind of fast so then this video isn't forever, but sometimes I'm a little long-winded, so I'm sorry if this ends up taking forever to do. But first off, we'll start with the DVDs. So the first one I got was this Discovery Kids TV show, Tuttenstein, A Bad Spell, it's volume 2, I have volume 1 already, and one of the main reasons I wanted to get this was because it has on the special features an episode from a TV show that I really enjoyed called Mystery Hunters, and they have only released like 2 of their things and they're out of print and they're really hard to find. I was following one on eBay for a little bit, but it kind of fell through. So the next one I got, this is a video that I've rented several times, and I haven't watched it this time yet. I haven't seen it in years, but this is the 2D and 3D version of this movie called Camp Blood. Now, after looking at it, it does not look as good as I remember it, or as memorable as I remember it, so I'm looking forward to watching it to see if that's something that I actually will like again. So then this is another really cool release. This is a TV show that got canceled, and it's actually a really cool show for anybody who is a horror fan. So this is The River. This was on ABC, and it is a found footage horror thriller type show, and it's basically about a explorer, a guy who has his own like animal show type thing, and he goes missing and his family goes searching for him in the Amazon River. So then next up, this one is one that I didn't even know existed until I was doing a little bit of research trying to sell some things, and I found out that it existed, so I was like, what the heck? So this is Cruel Intentions 3. Now, I haven't watched this yet. I haven't even seen... I have Cruel Intentions 2, but I have not seen it. Cruel Intentions, the original, was one that I really enjoyed watching, and I wonder how the 3 and 2 kind of play into it. I think 2 was a failed pilot, and I don't know what 3 was. Alright, so then next up, this is one that if you have watched a couple of my other videos, you probably know that I am a fan of true crime, and I didn't even know this existed, but I am really excited for it. I have not yet got to watch it, but this is The Interview. It's from NBC News, and it presents Inside Evil, serial killers Jeffrey Dahmer and Son of Sam. And I could really care less about the Son of Sam. I don't know a whole lot about him. Maybe after watching this I will like him a little bit more, but I mainly got this because of Jeffrey Dahmer. I got into Jeffrey Dahmer after listening to a podcast called Last Podcast on the Left, and they did a 3-part episode series on Jeffrey Dahmer, and it was interesting because a lot of the things that I thought I knew, I didn't really know as well as I had thought. So then next up we have, this one was really interesting. I got this at Dollar General, and I had never seen this or heard of it before. It's called well, it's not called, but the little tagline is a twisted comedy based on Edgar Allan Poe story. It's called The Mesmerist, and it actually has Neil Patrick Harris and Jessica Chastain in it, and she is from Grey's Anatomy. She plays Arizona. I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell, but it's really weird, this cover art, because like this picture right here is it's very fuzzy, and it looks like it's right out of like an old school TV. So that is pretty interesting. I look forward to giving this a watch. I like anything with Edgar Allan Poe in it, so I think that it'll be interesting, especially with that cast of characters. So then this is another canceled TV show. This one I didn't even know existed until recently, and this is actually the complete series of Tremors. And this, apparently it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it was 13 episodes. Part of the reason it got canceled was people didn't really understand it, because I think that whenever they aired them, they aired the episodes out of order. And apparently it takes place after Tremors 3, and they're trying to like habitate with the grabbers. This one is also from Dollar General, and it looks interesting. I'm not quite sure what it's about, but it looks interesting. So this is called Pressure, and something about the water and going under, probably they get stuck or something, but looks pretty good. So the next up, this is the final set to complete part of my series. So this is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and this is box set 2 and episodes 18 through 34. I have the box set 1 and box set 3, so this completes that series. And now all I need are a couple more to complete the Diamond and Pearl, and I will be good. So then next up we have, this is also from Dollar General, and this is Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe, and this is volume 5, or collection 5. So this has a bunch of his episodes on it. This is one of those shows that I will watch whenever it's on, but I don't like currently seek it out. But it's always pretty interesting whenever you watch them, and Mike Rowe is actually a pretty interesting guy. So then next up, this is an upgrade to my collection, and I had this on DVD and I rebought it on DVD, but the reason that I rebought it was for the slipcover. So this is actually a really good movie. This is called Dread, and this was part of the After Dark Horror Fest, their 4th set of releases. So they released 8 films in this, and I have all of them with slipcovers, and this was one of the only ones that I had bought at some point, and it didn't have a slipcover, so I wanted to make sure that I got the one that had the slipcover. And I had sold the first one on eBay, so I was able to go and get that. Alright, next up, I actually found these at, it's like a 2 set. I found these at Goodwill, so I got them for $2 each, and as far as I know, they are out of print, and these are the Jackie Chan Adventures, and this is like volume 2 and this is volume 3. They didn't have volume 1, which would have been really nice to pick up, but I'm pretty sure volume 1 is the one that is like majorly out of print and goes for quite a bit, so hopefully I'll be able to find that on eBay or something for fairly cheap. I picked this up at like a thrift store. It looked interesting, and one of the characters one of the actors in it was in something that I used to watch when I was younger. So this is called Contest, and it says a beauty, a bully, an outsider. Unlikely friends forever. So that seems like your typical like high school type drama thing, but I thought it would be interesting to watch. So then next up, this is another one from Dollar General, and this is called Silent But Deadly. So supposedly there's this like really meek, quiet guy. So he probably has some form of autism or something like that, but he actually gets hired on as a production assistant for a movie, and he has a pet goat that he just loves. And supposedly people on the production team actually mistakenly eat the goat, and then he goes on this rampage. That's what I ended up getting from the back of that. I have yet to watch it, so hopefully it sounded interesting, so I figured I'd get it. Alright, so before I get into the Blu-rays, I am going to show you the kind of the movie memorabilia and then the vinyl. This one I got at a Goodwill as well. It was $1. They had a set of 4 there. I only picked up 1 of them. I probably should have got the rest of them, but this one really spoke to me. So this is from Elf the movie, and this is like a licensed Elf, and all related characters are copyright of New Line Cinema thing. So there's like a little copyright thing, and then this is what really spoke to me. So on the other side it says, "I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR." So if you've been around my channel for a little while, you would know that I have a running series with VHS hauls, and I just saw that and I was like, that really speaks to me, so I figured I'd pick it up. And then also the vinyl that I got. So Reddit Gifts recently had a thing where you could sign up to do a vinyl exchange. So I signed up, and this is one that I put on there that I had been looking at for quite a while to try to get. And I know Johnny Tellez has this. So this is the Scream vinyl. So this is Scream 1 and 2. Now, I was a little disappointed when I got this because it was not in the best condition. It's a Amazon warehouse product. So the person who bought it for me got it off of Amazon warehouse, and that's where they put their things that are, I think that's where they put their returns and things that aren't quite, that they can't pass off as new. So on it, it has a busted seam right here, which that was probably the worst thing. That was what kind of disappointed me the most. And then there's just some scuffing and stuff on the back. But the vinyl itself is in very good condition, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of marbled. It's like a black, and not a black, it's a white with like a smoky gray, it almost looks like. And the very nice picture of Drew Barrymore with phone cords hanging out. And then you have your rotary kind of telephone. Hello. But I absolutely adore this, minus the little slip not looking very good. But probably my favorite track on this is Sydney's Lament, which is probably the most famous of the scores from the movie, or at least the most recognizable. Now let's get into the Blu-rays. So for the first Blu-ray, I bought this on eBay, and this is one that I went and saw in theaters with my mom and my brother and a friend. And this is Sanctum. So this was James Cameron. It's a kind of a thriller cave diving thing. I really like movies that have to do with caves. There's a movie called The Cave that was pretty good, and this one didn't have any supernatural elements, but it was more of the stories to survive in this extreme environment. So then next up, I purchased something from the Memorial Day sale on Vinegar Syndrome. So before I show you what I got, they had this little, it was packaged with this little little pamphlet. So it just kind of tells you all the upcoming releases and what they've released so far. They do a lot of softcore pornography erotica movies. I don't know what the actual term for that is. I did not get any of those. I went with this one. This was I think it was $19, and it was still cheaper than the one that I would have got off of Amazon if I were buying this off of Amazon. But this is Jack Frost. So it has this nice lenticular cover, and this was from 1997. And if you've not seen it, it is a nice little campy movie. I would definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it. It's about a serial killer who is caught, and then on his way to be executed, on the night of his execution, there's a giant snowstorm, and the prison transportation hits a like nuclear genetic modification type thing, and he gets modified. He basically dies and gets reincarnated type of thing, turned into a snowman essentially. So it's just it's fun. It's a fun movie to watch. So then next up, I got this on Amazon for like $5, and this is like the cheapest I see like these. This is a Blu-ray 3D, and I actually really enjoy this movie. I just think it's genius, and this is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I love all of their like little food animals. I don't know, I just love it. Like right here is a little like a taco thing, and they call it like a Taco Dial Supreme, which I just think is hilarious. There's a lot of other ones, a watermelephant, and a bunch of things like that. So this is an upgrade to my collection, and I ended up selling it, so I was able to get it on Blu-ray. So this is 100 Feet. I have not watched this in quite a while, but the first time I watched it, I remember really enjoying it, and it has some decent people in it. So then next up, this was the last one I needed to finish my collection, and this is Jaws: The Revenge. I got this at Walmart for like $7.88, so that was a pretty good deal. Although there are some rumors around that Scream Factory might be doing a release of Jaws that they're going to announce at San Diego Comic-Con. Whether that's true or not, it's up for debate on the forum that I follow, so we'll see whenever San Diego Comic-Con actually comes around. This is from Dollar General, and this is Vampires Suck. It's just a fun little parody movie. I tend to enjoy those parody movies, so I figured I'd pick it up. Then I also have, this is also from Dollar General, and this is Poseidon. A nice little movie. It's about these people that get trapped on a cruise ship that after a tsunami in the middle of the ocean flips the cruise ship completely over, and they have to try to survive while water's rushing in from the top, which is now underwater. They have to go to the bottom of the boat now. So I ended up actually getting some things from Amazon UK, and this is an upgrade to my collection as well, and this is Eden Lake. I have yet to watch this, but I've heard great things. A lot of people say that this is a very underrated movie. It's one of those, I think it's one of those like movies in the vein of I Spit on Your Grave and Last House on the Left. And then this one I've heard great things about, and then I've also heard that it's very tough to sit through. I need to watch it at some point. I have yet to watch it, and I really want to. This is the original and also an upgrade to my collection, and this is Martyrs. So I definitely look forward to watching that. So it's been 19 minutes, and I still have a bunch of Blu-rays left. So I think I'm going to wrap this one up right now, and I will just film a part 2, and I'll post it pretty much immediately and concurrent with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about what I've showed you guys so far, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.